So how did I end up 54 years old and basically broke? It's sort of a long story, and I think there's many elements to it. I think a lot of the different elements of the story I'm going to tell here can be broken down into different videos, so maybe this will be like a chapter of contents for the next few videos. So much of the reason as to why I'm broke, and let me define broke as not having more than a couple months worth of savings saved up to live off of if an emergency happens. And I basically live week to week. I don't really consider myself poor because I have everything in the world that I could want. There's very little that not having a lot of money holds me back from doing. I feel very blessed. A lot of it is based around sort of my belief, morals, my material system. So I'm broke, but I'm not poor. Broke again, living week to week. I only have a couple months of savings saved up for emergencies. So how did I end up this way? A lot of it I think has to do with just I'm basically bad with money. I can't blame my parents at almost 54 years old, but I can tell you that my parents were sort of upper middle class, and we pissed through our money pretty good. Always buying a new car, eating out at restaurants a lot. My mother didn't really cook a lot as I got older, but we were just very bad with food. So I adopted a lot of these habits, particularly the habit of almost never cooking my food. And I'm also never good with small purchases. I can just go through money very quickly. I've accumulated a few different bankrolls in my life. I would say the first bankroll I accumulated was from playing poker on the East Coast. I saved up about $15,000. I moved out here when I was 26, I think. No, how old was I? Yeah, I moved out here when I was 25, 26 to play poker for a living. And I was playing live poker at that time. So I built a live poker bankroll. I turned that $15,000 into about $60,000 in about 6 months. But then I managed over the next following 3 months to lose it playing poker. I was never really a compulsive gambler, at least I don't think. But I was playing poker. I was playing poker for a living at a time where very few people were doing that, and I loved it. I loved doing it. I loved going to Vegas. I loved playing in the LA casinos, but I basically took that $60,000 and lost it all within a few months. So I built up multiple bankrolls of 5 and 6 figures in my life, and I've lost them. So the first bankroll I ever lost was my live poker bankroll when I was probably 25, and I had $60,000 saved up, and I just lost it in a very bad 3-month losing streak playing poker. So that was the very first bankroll that I earned and then lost. I lost my second bankroll. How did I earn it? I earned my second bankroll by playing internet poker, and this was a tremendous time. I saved up a 6-figure bankroll, basically just under 100,000. I was playing live poker for a while, but then in 2003 I discovered internet poker. So from 2003 to 2011 I played internet poker, starting very casually. And I basically turned a $100 deposit, a couple of $100 deposits into $100,000 by 2011. Then 2011, internet poker was shut down. I was still selling flour at the time, but how did I lose that money? I basically just spent 2 years not working. I don't know what that was all about. I was pretty young, my early 30s, and I wasn't exactly planning for the future, obviously. So I was pretty happy to just not work. But yeah, it was really exciting playing internet poker and making money doing that. I would make as much as $7,000, $8,000 in a month. A bad month, I'd still make $2,000. Selling flour at the time too, but I was pissing off money like crazy. Buying clothes, eating out, treating people to eating out. Whenever I would win $1,000 playing internet poker, I would always take my downstairs neighbor out to dinner. It was just one of these things. So that was a real exciting time. I think I was in my early or my mid 30s. So we're talking about, what years are we talking about? I don't know. Think about it later. Put the caption here. What years was that? But I just lost that money by just not working. I just decided to take a couple years off. I was super burnt out. Didn't really understand what hard work is, but I'm happy to. But I was, I had a good time pissing that money off. So that was my second bankroll. That was about $100,000. And I spent about 2 years just living off of that. And that's where that money went. So how did I lose my next bankroll? Let me think about that. So we went from internet poker, where I saved up 100 grand. I really didn't save up a really big bankroll until a few years ago during COVID. I had about 20,000 saved up, just so my regular money, and I started margin trading on Qcoin crypto. And I turned 20,000 into just shy of 100, 90,000 in 9 months. It was exhilarating, but then I didn't pull out soon enough when the market crashed, and I turned 90,000 back into like 20,000 in like 3 days. It was absolutely a nightmare. If I would have taken profits during that time, I definitely have more money today. I mean, I probably should have at least 30,000 saved up today. I'm lucky to have like 5 or 6,000 at any given point. But yeah, it was exciting trading crypto. I knew all about the altcoins, barely traded Bitcoin. I guess it was a slow mover compared to the altcoins. And it's scary right now to see how Bitcoin has made a huge comeback. I never really owned any Bitcoin, to be clear, which is now at 75.6. I was in the market when it was 69 and stuck for a while. I never really owned any, but I was margin trading. If you know what margin trading is, it's basically like gambling with crypto. So I guess where I'm at today is I'll be 54 next month. What's up, baby dog? I live in Hollywood, California. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I have everything I want. There's nothing that I want to do that has stopped from not having money. I mean, sure, if I had extra money, I'd be a little more luxurious. Maybe I would eat out a little more. I don't even know if I would buy clothes. I went through a short phase where I'd piss off money on clothes. And now, like, I don't know, I'm like a minimalist utilitarian with my clothes. I could really care less. I'll wear my clothes till they fall off. But I have an unbelievable life. I smoke the best herb you can get, almost the best herb you can get for your money. I eat like the best food, whatever the best food is. What is the best food? I mean, if I want to, I could eat all organic. If I want to, I could eat a lot of my meals at restaurants. I mean, is that the best food? What is the best food? We have incredible access to food here in the States. So I have every single thing that I want. But what am I going to do about the future? Well, first of all, I don't ever plan on having like a real retirement where I never work. I think that's sort of a boomer and an old school idea where you work some crap job till you're 65 and then you get the rest of your life completely off. I think that's ridiculous. I plan on working until I can't work, and then we'll go from there. So how am I going to save money for the future? I'm 54. Let's say by 70, 75, I'll be incapable of working. It's really hard to say because a lot of people work into their 70s, 80s. Small amount of people work until their 90s, right? And the definition of work changes as you move forward. So I do want to start slowly investing money. It's very daunting, the idea of saving up a large sum of money with the money that I make. But I'm sure if I'm conservative, I could save, at least a few $1,000s a year that could grow with the market. I do know a bit about investing and trading. I learned that when I was trading crypto. And the general idea I get from the market economy is everything is just going to go up. Cost of goods is going to continue to go up. We just had an election here, but I don't think any of these presidents have $35 trillion in their pocket to pay off the federal deficit. The U.S. owes the Federal Reserve in many countries over $35 trillion. There's no way we're going to get over that. So what's going to happen in my mind is prices for everything is just going to keep going up. But along with that, values on the stock market, crypto, will also keep going up. So I feel like I should start investing on a small scale and let it build. One of the first things I'm going to do is buy some precious metals. I'm actually going to Costco with my girlfriend probably tonight or tomorrow. And her Costco membership, by the way, that's another one of my little tricks. Have a successful girlfriend, and I don't take anything from her. I haven't even mentioned that in this video, but I'm a regular guy. I make a regular shitty income, but my girlfriend is a specialist. She's a doctor, and she makes good money with the potential to make a lot more in the future, but I don't take anything from her. Every once in a while, she'll take me out to a meal that I couldn't afford for us, and she'll buy us a gift. But money is not really important in our relationship. I know that sounds crazy, but when you're my age, that can become a reality. You can meet the right woman, and she has her money, you have your money, and it doesn't really hold us back from doing anything. Like I said, occasionally she'll buy stuff that I wouldn't buy. We went to some international food festival recently that was $100 each per ticket. I mean, I could afford it, but I just wouldn't think that would be worth it to spend my money on that, so she bought it for us. So investing. I have a general idea of how I'm going to invest my money. I want to have some stocks, some crypto, some precious metals, some collectibles even, like baseball cards or similar. So I do have some ideas, and I actually recently found out that Costco sells precious metals, and I really would like to have some gold and silver. I think the first thing I'm going to do is buy a nice silver bar. They have these really nice silver bars at Costco. They're not too expensive, I think $400 or $500. So I told my girlfriend I'm going to buy that on her account, and she'll get the credit. When you buy stuff at when you buy stuff at Costco, you get points. So I'll buy this item for $500 or so, and she'll get all the points for it, a couple dollars worth. But apparently you can get gold and silver below spot at Costco, which is unbelievable. You cannot get precious metals below spot almost anywhere. Spot means the cost of that metal, like in the moment, the spot price, the moment right now. So yeah, I want to buy some precious metals, some gold and silver.
I want to buy some crypto. I do believe in crypto as a long-term investment. I do believe in collectibles. Collectibles seem to be a great market. I didn't even mention in this video that I used to own a baseball card and comic book store when I was a kid. I was like a child prodigy. I should have maybe mentioned that as a bankroll that I saved up, but I mean, really, I didn't. I was too young. All the money was like kept with the family. So I am going to start investing. There is a chance I could save up a couple or a few $100,000 in the next 10, 15, 20 years. And my plan is not to retire in America. I mean, obviously, if I stay with the woman that I'm with now, we'll retire together. I don't think she's not going to pay for everything, but 10 or 20 years with the doctor, she'll have a lot of money saved up. But I'm not counting on that. I haven't even mentioned that I have a wealthy mother that I hope that she lives forever, but God forbid she was hit by a truck tomorrow. God forbid, I'd be a millionaire. So, but I don't rely on anybody else. I don't rely on anybody else for my money. I want to make it myself. So I'm not waiting for my mother's will money. I'm not waiting for my girlfriend to get rich and support me. I love working. I love making a living. So I'm going to start investing basically now, and we'll see if I can turn it into something. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this story. It's sort of very easy for me to tell because I feel like a lot of Americans have a similar story. I don't consider it a failure to be broke at this age, to not have a lot of money saved up, because I'm super happy with my life. Many, many people hate their jobs, hate their life, but I have everything going for me. Good job, good relationship, good health, good fitness. I work out regularly. Alrighty, guys, I hope you're enjoying the Yogi Steve Journal. I think I'm going to change the name of the channel to the Yogi Steve Journal. And I appreciate your support. See you next time.